Hey guys, welcome back to the episode of NerdRant. Boxes on Brain.
And I'm Junior Wolf, aka JJ, and he's aka Seth because he didn't mention that.
I didn't because we don't have time. Chat, if so we're not super techy, but I'm gonna have to explain this because I'm gonna know now. So we were trying to record. JJ's Wi-Fi sucks, and there was like a 10-second delay. And I'm like, what if we call? Instead of doing Discord, what if we call? That way it's a different device. That way we can use our cellular, so we can call, and then the computer can just record the audio for him and get it for the podcast. And then he puts his earbuds in, which accidentally connects to Discord, and now the delay's gone. Same device, same Wi-Fi.
I'm on the Discord call from my phone. So like the Discord is on my phone and I'm recording on my computer. My earbuds are connected to my phone, so that's what I'm hearing him with. Usually I just have the Discord call on my computer, but that didn't work. That was a 10-second delay. So now there's no delay now that I'm on the call on my phone, which you'd think would make sense because, you know, it's mobile data, not Wi-Fi. Well, guess what? I tried using my hotspot, which uses my mobile data as a signal, and it still was a 10-second delay. So I don't know. I'm hands in the air. I don't know what's happening.
Anyway, so we got a lot to cover, and we're gonna try to speed through this before it cuts out. That way, even if we have to cut it short, we got most of the content in.
Woohoo! Okay, so
Splitgate 2 first, and then we'll end with Fortnite.
Splitgate 2. Okay, so Splitgate added a Battle Royale.
Well, not just added a Battle Royale, had its launch. It's not just the Battle Royale; it was officially out.
Okay.
That was.
I guess I should have said that. So Splitgate 2 had its official launch on the 6th, which, from what I understand, it was pretty good reception. They were able to announce it at the Summer Games Fest, which was, you know, a nice big platform to finally say, hey, the game is out. Mm-hmm. They already, like, I think it was the day after the release, they were already, like, addressing not only issues, but, like, complaints people have about the game, and they added 2 modes that people were calling for over the past 3 days. So not only are they working fast, but they're being a very responsive team, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Like, for example, I saw people saying Team Deathmatch shouldn't be 3 rounds. I personally like the 3 rounds, but there is currently arena playlist for Team Deathmatch, which is 50 kills instead of 3 rounds of 20 kills. Like, that's massive. That's one of the big things people were asking for, and it's a permanent, just TDM playlist. So,
yeah. And
good stuff.
People were complaining about the prices because a new bundle dropped in the shop for the launch. It was $80 for this bundle. It was a skin, it was a bunch of weapon skins, and I believe it came with credits as well. So, like, pretty nice bundle. $80 is a high price.
I don't think it came with credits. I think it was just
wouldn't buy it.
4 or 5 guns and then 1 character skin.
I wouldn't pay $80 for that, and a lot of other people weren't going to pay $80 for that too. So they were like, hey, this price is way too high. Like, what is this? This is ridiculous. And they were like, all right, now, well, we wanted to charge for it, but we will cut that price in half. So it's now a $40 pack.
Actually, it was originally even more, because it was 50% off. It was originally more than 8,000 credits. It was like 145, they said. Like, it was already half off almost.
I don't think it was, like, actually half off. I think it's kind of like what Fortnite does with their bundles, where it's like, this is the value of all the items in the pack, and you're getting it for this because you're buying the bundle.
Yeah.
I don't think it was actually originally that price, but
either way, super expensive.
In short,
like, $80 for a bundle is insane, no matter if it's free to play or not. Like, it's like the $80, $60, $70 founder pack, right? You get 3,000 credits, you're a founder pack, you get that. This is just an item shop skin, like bro.
Yeah. People were like, that's a little crazy. So they cut the price in half. It's $40, and anybody who did actually purchase the $80 version is getting a refund of the difference. So pretty good, pretty responsive.
Yep. Yeah. Speaking of this, JJ, it also shows what the Prolium will be used for. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not see that.
So if you go into edit style, there's variants, and you unlock the variants with Prolium. It's 10 for each style, and then there's some upgrades, which is like an emote or something. But if you go to loadouts and you go to everything, like base, so not like extra things, but you go to the base, there's variants that you can buy. So like for arrows, you have the base one, there's a blue, green, and red style, and you buy that with 10 Prolium each.
Oh, interesting.
So, and that's the guns too. So the base gun, you can buy colors of it for everything. And the mythic variant.
So it's kind of like in
one.
it's kind of like in Overwatch, how they have like a specific, I think it was Overwatch, where they have a specific currency for buying like different versions of a skin.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's what we got. There wasn't any because you look and it said variants were added with Season 1, released in Season 1, so they weren't in yet, so we weren't like missing it. But now they're all there, and I'm assuming maybe we get more variants in Season 2 for the guns or something else, I don't know. But so that's what the Prolium's used for. Just extra styles and stuff. Before we get to VR, there's an event, but the big thing is Battle Pass. I want to talk about the Battle Pass real quick, and then we'll get to Battle Royale, because that's the big thing everyone's probably waiting for. So, Battle Pass, instead of it being one big pass, it is 3 chapters set to different dates. So, Chapter 1's out right now, 25 days till Chapter 2, and 53 days till Chapter 3, season ending in 81 days. So, it is 3 separate passes, each 500. But if you buy all 3, it is 1,200. So it's 300 discount.
Yes. So this was interesting, at least to me, because all of the games that I have played that have a battle pass are one battle pass with a premium track, give or take, like Call of Duty, how they have their what's it called? The
Black Cell.
Dark Cell?
Black Cell.
Black Cell, that's what it is. Yeah, Call of Duty obviously has that kind of like step up, but that's kind of like something that they've had for a while. Black Cell, it's not a new thing. So
yeah,
I was like, this is weird that they have 3 different battle passes, and they're all small, right? They're all like it'd be really easy to complete one of them.
I already have 370, and like plenty more I can easily get.
And I do want to quickly point this out before we actually get into the pass itself. Your tickets carry over.
Do they?
Yeah. Because all of the extra tickets that I had from last, season, I guess, the beta, I still have.
So, that might just, either that's a bug, or that is a, hey, we're sorry for screwing you over in the beta, like an extra reward, because I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere saying tickets reset. So that might just be a bug.
I would think so, but, I literally, for the first time in the new season, I opened it, and I had, it was 300 or 500 tickets, and I was like, oh, I guess I had that many before.
That's what I'm saying, though. It might be a bug. If you played the beta, you kept it because the beta had so many bugs, or it's just a general bug. It's a sorry, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere saying that they were going to be reset. So maybe in Season 2 they will be. I'm not sure. I'll have to find it if it says somewhere. But yeah, so it's not too hard. But I definitely want to talk about the idea behind it, because the main thing with these passes, they're 500 each, which is easy, right? That's not a lot. That's pretty cheap. And each pass is one of the factions. So the first one is Eros, the second one is Meridian, and the third one is Sabarak. They're each the faction. So if you want if you're maining one of them, you can just buy that pass.
Which is nice.
Yeah. That's not bad.
But I will say, if you are doing that, you are not going to make any profit on your split coins. You're going to break even every time, because there is 500 split coins in each of the chapter passes, and it costs 500 for each of the chapter passes. So the only way you are ever going to make a profit on split coins is if you buy enough to get all 3, the bundle of all 3, which saves you 300. So then you are making a 300 coin profit every season.
So it definitely says, hey, you should do this. Get 3. It's worth it. You do save. But at the same time, if you don't play enough, or you don't want to, or you don't want to worry about these cosmetics, you just want to buy one, you can get it, and the next season, you can buy that same faction or a different faction one for 500. And mind you, again, it's cheap. 500 is not a lot. If I go down here to the... You can buy 500 alone, so $4.99. So $5
that's
battle pass, and you have it for
awesome,
every
especially
season.
considering the starter pack for $5 came with 500 split coins and the weapon skins, which was really nice, because then you're getting something extra on top of guaranteeing yourself one pass from now until they up the price from 500, which I don't see happening anytime soon.
Or if they
So,
combine
you're
it
literally
to force it
guaranteeing
to buy one bundle. There's one purchase for all three.
Yeah. But you're pretty much guaranteeing yourself a single pass every single season, which is just awesome.
Yeah, so I'm happy with this. Like, it's not awful. It's not awful. I'd have a problem if it was like 2,000 for all three or something. Like, it was even more or something crazy. Or if it went up in price. So if the first one was 500, the second one was 750. But if they're all going to be 500, we don't know Chapter 2 yet. But if Chapter 2 I'm assuming is going to be 500 when it drops, and you could specifically buy Chapter 2, I'm excited about it. So I'll definitely excited to see how this goes. Only problem I have is if the weeklies are stuck at 4. Because 4 weekly, sets of weeklies is not a lot for an 80-day season. Anything else? Or anything about the Battle Passes that you want to point out? Any cosmetics? Or do you want to get into the BR?
I do quickly want to point out that, this is kind of a little off topic. Xbox recently added another section to their reward system. So it's just a category of rewards that apply to free-to-play games. So just if you have Game Pass and you play any of these free-to-play games, you have access to this set of cosmetics. And they have stuff for PUBG, they have stuff for Naraka Blade Point, they have stuff for Overwatch, all these different free-to-play games. I think the finals had one too, but Splitgate launched with one. So you get access to, I think it's Eros, I believe, has a skin pack. I think it's a couple of gun skins and character skin you just get for being subscribed.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, I'll say my favorite's probably gonna be Chapter 2, specifically the title, the 1%. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to go through, but let's talk about BR real quick, because definitely mixed on it. I'm mixed on it. The first thing I want to say about being mixed is I wanted a campaign or something. So, not.
I know.
Disappointed.
Everybody was expecting a Battle Royale. If you went into the comments of their one tweet saying it's not a campaign, everybody was like, oh, it's a Battle Royale. I hope it's not a Battle Royale, but I know it's going to be. Everybody knew what was coming, which was unfortunate because that made the surprise a lot less, if we know what to expect, it's not going to be as well received, which is just unfortunate because they probably should have done a better job hiding it then. They probably shouldn't have denied that it was a campaign. But I don't know. It would have been cooler to have something more engaging.
Or an
for the
MMO,
people
an RPG, imagine a freaking Splitgate RPG MMO.
Yeah, it probably should have been something that is disconnected from the PvP landscape, whether that be a co-op campaign or that be somewhat to MMO RPG, just something that wasn't PvP, I think is what people were hoping for, because then that allows them to bring in a whole new audience. And while Battle Royale does that same thing, in the style that they did it, it's still very much catered to, small scale fights and, things you would typically find in an FPS shooter,
Not just FPS, it's just really similar to Apex too. Straight up when I saw the trailer, I'm like, this is just kind of like Apex. It definitely is different with the portals and stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute, but it's very similar to BRs that we already have in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, Fortnite also just dropped a new season today. And that's what we're talking about later, but it's competing with that. Here's a new BR, but also here's Fortnite with all the collabs Fortnite's bringing in. It's just, it's already a saturated place.
This is going to be an interesting month. We'll say that at the least.
But let's get into the game. Splitgate BR is currently only set to squads, and it is a reload/resurgence type of mode, where if your teammate's alive, you can respawn. And from what I've seen, it is indefinitely. So, there is no more respawns or something. It is until the game is finished, you could respawn if your teammate's alive.
Mm-hmm. Now, the downside of this is you don't keep your gear. So if the team eliminates all but one of you, but he manages to stay alive and bring you all back, they're probably going to have, like, purple, yellow weapons, and you're stuck with your greens that you spawned with. And it's random what you spawn with, too. Like, you're not going to spawn with the same weapon every time.
No.
Yeah.
It's your loadout.
Yeah.
It's your loadout. It's your loadout. I literally have played.
I can confirm it is not your loadout because I had a loadout saved and I spawned with some SMG that I haven't even unlocked yet.
So I've played about 6 or 7 times. I've died multiple times, and every single time I got my specific variant of the synapse from the class that I chose. Every single time. There's not a game that I did not get it after dying. Every single game, and it was my cosmetic style as well. It wasn't a random synapse. It was the synapse with my attachments, with the skin I put on. Every single game. So I don't know if you didn't choose one, if something was locked, but every single game, and my duo that I was playing with also got it. Every single game we started with our loadout. Like, once after a second zone, you get loadout.
Yeah, it's nice for you. I would love that because I equipped a gun for that purpose. I was like, oh, I must get a chance to get it in the game. Nope. When I died, I spawned in. One time it was what's it called, the Sprinter SMG or something like that, and then the other time it was with a shotgun, like some weird shotgun.
That sucks. Yeah, no. Every single game, me and my duo, we were just main using Synapse, which is the AR from Meridian. Every single game, we both used it. That was the class that we chose.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. To be fair, though, it's still day 1, day 2. Bugs are definitely out there. So you could have just been bugged, and you weren't getting the loadout that you were choosing or something. But you do lose stuff, though. Like, you lose your upgrades with your armor and everything, along with rarity. Like, it is going to be a lower rarity than if you had something higher.
Yeah.
But no, so that was nice. Like, it's just like, oh, we die? Oh, well, I don't even care. I'm happy I died, because I now get my AR.
Yeah. Certainly nice.
You also get your perks. So, like, when you choose your loadout, you start with those 2 perks that you haven't equipped. And you can...
Which, let me say, a lot of the perks, because they were specifically made for a FPS, like, close proximity shooter, don't work super well in this context. They definitely don't work terrible because of the fact that this is not a typical BR, but it's like the radar one. Because we're in such a big area, the radar doesn't help a lot.
The Meridian?
It just
Meridian's
doesn't.
crazy good.
No. I'm saying the radar perk. Like the one that expands your radar's radius.
Yeah. All those perks are really good, though.
No, I'm saying the perk itself is great.
Yeah.
In FPS, like, PvP, but, like, this, in Battle Royale's context, it's not the greatest.
It's still
just
good.
that one. I'm just referring to that one perk.
It's still
Meridian
good.
Is great.
It's like,
I used
perks,
Meridian,
like,
but that one perk was not.
I don't know. I've used a handful of perks so far, and most of them have been good. Obviously, I haven't had ample time, but, like, I've definitely tried it out, and all the abilities so far have worked pretty well. The only, I haven't seen it, but even ones used against me. So, like, the shield is going to be very good. Think X-Defiant Shield. Like, that's kind of what the smart wall is going to be. And a lot of upgrades.
It's not a perk.
No, your ability, but, like, you could upgrade that.
The abilities are all great. The abilities all work fine.
But the perks for the abilities, so, like, shorter cooldown for smart wall, like, those perks are crucial, and then those abilities.
I mean, yeah, the ones that change your abilities. Yeah.
Yeah, perks.
I'm saying the one that affected your radar.
That's what I'm saying. I did have advantage using it. I did feel it was beneficial.
Are we talking about the same perk here?
Which perk are you talking about?
Wait, is there a way to see them? Hold on. Are they listed anywhere? Probably in the locker here.
Bigger minimap?
Wayfinder. The Wayfinder. Wait, was it Wayfinder? No, it's this one. Vast Vision. That's the one I'm talking about.
Vast Vision. Yeah, I used
Vast
that,
Vision.
and it was good. Like, the minimap's been very useful. being able to see everyone through walls.
See, my problem is it doesn't,
and then pinging
like,
everyone.
it's not wide enough for this context, because with how they built the maps, most people are going to be using ARs or longer range weapons to shoot at you, and so it's nice to have vast vision, but when they're like 25 meters away, that's so far beyond my mini-map's radius that I'm not going to be able to take advantage of that.
I guess. I mean, I haven't had too much of a problem, but the other thing is, with that long range, that's the whole play where the portals come in, because you do have portals here. Infinite, I think? I'm kind of confused on the portals. I think it's like a cooldown on the portals.
Yeah, I think, so you can go around in every chest, or almost every chest, there's going to be like a upgrade for your portal gauntlet, portal gun, question mark, and that upgrades the amount of portals you have.
Gotcha.
You shoot them at the walls. I believe it's just like how many can you shoot in this small period of time. So I believe you start with 6, I believe, and that just means I can only shoot portals 6 times, and then they all have to recharge. I don't know if it's per charge or just all together. Once I run out, it recharges, because I didn't get to that point.
Yeah.
But it has to recharge, and then you find the upgrades. They allow you to shoot more before recharge is necessary.
Yeah. With it being squads and it being very new, there is a lot of mechanics I'm still trying to figure out, me and the person I was playing with, because I did win already. I got 20 kills, and as a squad, we got 71 already. We just went around and were killing everything. It was insane. It's very fast-paced, especially off spawn, depending on where you go, because you do start with your loadout pistol. But and that's the other reason why, like, I accidentally chose, because I tried to get the other faction to get the passive for the team, and I started with a heavy pistol, which isn't super great off spawn versus like the semi-auto. So I had to make a new class with the burst and everything, just with the semi-auto for BR.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited to play it still. Explore it. It's very interesting. Like, the way it is, it's 4 different worlds, and you teleport to other worlds as it shrinks. And then when you're going through, dropping from the bus, you go through each portal, so you can drop in each world.
Which is really cool, because it allows them to create very different looking areas, and they don't have to blend with each other at all, because you just go through the portals, and that takes you to the next area. It also kind of separates battles that can happen, so you're not going to end up in a scenario where every team is on top of each other.
Yeah.
You're going to be separated by portals. Like, there's going to be maybe 4 teams per portals until things shrink. But it kind of means, like, once you clear an area, it's unlikely that you're really going to run into too many more people, because at least in the couple of games I played, people weren't constantly portal jumping.
Yeah, no, generally...
They kind of, like, stayed in the area they were in until they were pushed out.
I generally wasn't portal jumping until, like, it storm shrink. There was 1 or 2 times I did, but generally it wasn't until storm shrink that I was jumping, we were going through.
Yeah.
But, one other thing about this, with the battle pass and everything, it's also nice that the dailies and weeklies are the same, where it's 1 quest, but you can complete it in either or. So, like, the dailies get 100 kills or assists in BR is 20 kills or assists in BR. In arena, I mean, 100 kills. So finish 3 arena matches or survive 10 rounds in BR. Same quests, you can complete either or, gives you the same reward. And it's just nice. So if one day you want to grind BR, and you can do that, and you'll grind the week 1 quests.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, JJ? You think you're going to be playing this a bunch? Trying it out?
I think I'm definitely going to try it. I'm just not as good at FPSs as I am at, third person like Fortnite. So, it's a bit of a ragey experience for me. But if I can get good enough that I'm not constantly dying, then I could see myself having fun with this, because it does involve a lot more strategy than your typical FPS. I just have to, be able to live for more than 20 seconds without being shot in the back.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna have to get really used to portal movement and, like, going through to dodge and everything. But let me tell you, the movement of Splitgate with, like, BR, like, just the slide jumping and everything with the jetpacks, and I don't know if you played it with that one where it's the sniper in the middle and it has the launch pad, and you can just launch, like, from that one side, you can go straight to the portal. to the Fire world. Like, the
Yeah.
movement with the sliding and jetpacks and everything, it is so good. I've already hit some crazy shots where I slide, I jump, and I just track hip firing with the AR just from behind because I'm from above. Like,
Yeah.
it's some crazy movement for BR, so I'm really excited to keep playing. Anything
Definitely.
else? Or let's get into Fortnite.
Yeah, let's talk about Fortnite.
Okay, so we have a lot to talk about because
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with last season. Last season was a mini season. It was mini season season 1, and it's over with an event.
Yep.
Woo!
An event happened. Neither of us could attend. We both had to watch it.
Yep. It's not gonna lie. Do you know what I understood from that event? It was just Skyfire. Reminded me so much of Skyfire.
That's exactly what I said to Lexi after watching it. I was like, so this is literally just Skyfire,
Star
but
Wars skin.
Star Wars.
Star Wars skin over Skyfire. Like,
I was like,
but
that is so
even the path,
ridiculous.
Even the path, like multiple people, the NPC, like the bots that were like partnered
Literally.
with us,
and
that
then,
everyone died.
And then the falling out and meteors come down behind you. It's literally the exact same thing.
just
They copy pasted it, put some new graphics over it,
And
mind you,
Palpatine
the
little
graphics
fight.
were amazing in this.
And
The graphics looked
fight.
absolutely stunning in this. Like, I was so disappointed that I was not there.
I was about to
because
say, I would have
it
loved
looked amazing.
Video-wise, it wasn't anything. It looked nice, but nothing too crazy. But I can only imagine, like, switching off from the 120 to the 60 hertz, like 4K quality. How nice Chapter 6 would have looked versus.
If you,
mind
if
you,
you go
Skyfire
on
was Chapter
the Fortnite
2.
YouTube.
Chapter 2.
Fortnite themselves, the channel, they recorded the event and they posted.
That's
and
what
they
I
did that in
watched.
the high definition version.
It just, YouTube's just, it's gonna cap it to a certain degree. But also, when I was watching it, I'm like, they just suck. Whoever's playing sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a cool event though. And I liked at the beginning, Jonesy did the little, you do not need the ID identification. Little, I understood that reference.
The
So
non-Star Wars fan liked that.
yeah, so like I can definitely understand, like, if you're a Star Wars fan, the appeal it did, but for me, it just looked like Star Wars Skyfire.
Yeah. I would have liked something a little bit more original. That probably would have been cooler. I will say the ships at the beginning, like flying around.
Oh, the team deathmatch,
the
like
lobby,
pre-game, that was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. I really like that. I was shocked to see that they had like almost this full ship game mode, kind of like just there for this small thing. Just it's there, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I wish I had gotten to do that.
So two things about that. One, it just reminds me of, remember when we destroyed the meteors in the mech? It's kind of like that. And two, it does kind of feel weird, but then, I don't know if you saw, it had over 2 million people for the event. There was over 1 million people an hour before the event started. So, it's good that they did that, because there was a lot of anticipation. There was 1 million people waiting. So it's good that they had a really cool activity like that set aside for the 1 million people that were waiting.
Yeah.
So, anything else? Jonesy and
Not
Hope were
at all.
there. That was interesting.
They were. Okay. Can somebody please explain to me how they know what story they're telling? Because I'm sitting here, I'm a fan of the story. I've been trying to keep track as we go through. To me, it seems like every season has been disconnected from one another, and they'll choose like one character, whether it be Jonesy or Hope or I don't know what's his name,
Diego.
Kendo. Like they'll choose one character and they'll have them carry over into the next season to be like the common thread, and then they just disappear. And then they'll just come back later because they picked them arbitrarily again. It's like they're throwing a dart at a board. Like, what story character should we include this season? And it's like, it's so random. Like, there's no reason for this person to be there, but they are there.
So you say it's random, but at the same time, it's not random, because now for the 3rd season in a row, the portal was getting opened. Like, the same portal. It's like, hey, live event build up for next season. The portal's doing portal things again. It's like, this is just the 0 point, but worse. Because the 0 point had a 2-year, like, massive event build up revealing the 0 point. This is just a portal that was there from the start of the chapter, and it's just doing portal things every few weeks.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. And when I say, why is the loop still the loop? Like, when we saw it from space,
Yeah,
why does it still look like that? They clearly have discarded everything that made Donald Mustard's story his story. So tell me why that still not only looks exactly the same, but it seems like it acts exactly the same, even though we've jumped realities, we've blown up the island, the 0 point is gone, and somehow our loop still looks exactly the same? I'm sorry, no!
Yes, because the 7's back.
They're not, though.
They are. We got the visitor. Visitor's doing visitor
Yeah, we got a visitor from a different reality. It's not our visitor.
You don't know that. You don't know that. It's part of the 7
We
set.
do. It said
a
a reality number.
No, it doesn't. It's reality unknown. It's literally we don't know the reality.
Now it says that, but if you go in and look at the leaks as they were happening in the files, it had a reality number for him. It was like 127 or something like that. Like, it had a number.
Well, maybe
and
they're
it was
changing
not
the
ours.
story, and you don't know what our reality number is, mind you, because I don't even know if we are in a reality. I think we're in a dream, based on the Matrix clip that I sent you.
Reality 0. That's the point.
Well, not anymore. Anyway, so we're gonna stop with the story because there's a lot to unpack still. Too long didn't read. We don't know what the story is, but there is a story, I think, that's more individualistic of each season than overall Fortnite. Yeah.
It's supposed to be overall Fortnite.
It's supposed to be, but it ain't. So let's get into, the only other thing I want to talk about with last season is I did play to get that one skin. Actually, two things. I did play to get, and I experienced the bombardment. Awful. Evil. So loud, so obnoxious. What? I didn't use it. I got used against me, and the person that I was playing with just said, run away from the POI. I have a rift. We're just leaving.
No, literally. You just have to leave. You literally just have to leave until it's gone, and then you can come back. Like, that's all you can do.
It's so long, and it's so loud.
I managed to pilot it once. And dude, I think I got, like, I want to say, like, 10, 15 kills just with that, which feels criminal. Because not only are all of them highlighted, but it only takes 2 shots to kill somebody while they're at full health. And it does area damage, so if their teammates are nearby, they're gone too. And it destroys builds with 1 shot, so it's literally like you get to shoot at them and guarantee a kill. Like, there's no chance they get away unless they're in a super fast car while boosting.
Or Rift to Go,
and
which
they're
is why
already
they added
halfway
Rift
to
to
the edge of the
Goes,
screen.
because that's the only way you can dip.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a fan. It was a little much. So then the event happened today. And I thought, I was even gonna say, hey JJ, let's do it tomorrow, the podcast, so we can check out the new season. But then I'm like, actually we can do it tonight, because the entire season's leaked. And then out of nowhere, we couldn't record, somebody said they played a game, I booted it up, you can play now. That was a really short...
Yep, the season's up.
That was a really short downtime, right? Like, straight up, I was playing by 7, and the event, I think, was at 2, so that is less than 5 hours from event to new season.
Yeah, which is weird.
I thought it was 9 at
like,
least.
That's really weird.
I thought it was at least going to be late tonight that downtime was going to end. I'm not complaining.
It honestly worries me a little bit.
Like, yeah.
Why is all this time it taken so long, and this time it took, 3-4 hours? Like, that was insanely fast. And I get it, like, downtime usually isn't insanely long. Like, usually it only lasts 5 or 6 hours. 4 hours is a new record. But on top of that, dropping it the same night as a season end,
And that's
is
the other thing. It's
just
like saying,
not what they do.
It's well, not just that, but as an event. When there's an event, it is always next morning. I was very much expecting it to be tomorrow morning that the season was gonna launch, and I'm just like, okay, it's here. I felt like almost lackluster because I saw there might have been like maybe there was a second event, like with sometimes with the, I was thought maybe there's a second event because I saw like just the times and everything, and again because I thought it was gonna start tonight downtime. So I thought maybe we can play BR for another 2 hours and they do the event a second time because I feel like they've been doing that a lot, being able to redo events.
They
and
have,
stuff,
which is
is
why
nice.
I wasn't like super bummed that I was gonna miss it because I kind of figured like, okay, they've done this every other event so far, like they have a second showing because of how many people tend to show up. So I'm like, okay, the first one's at 2, I'll be home by like 5. Usually, maybe like 5 or 6 will be the next showing, so I might still be able to see it. But no, it just went down after the event like old times.
And then 4 hours later, new season.
Yep. Because why not?
So I was gonna be like, we could talk about the new season because of all the leaks, but I've actually played the new season. So
I did not get a chance to play it because my Wi-Fi is being dumb and I didn't get to update the game. But
you saw the leaks, right?
I did see a lot of the leaks. Not things for like individual items, but like I've seen the battle pass.
Yeah.
I've seen
So
some
I've
of the stuff
played
that's
with
going
a
to be
bunch of
coming.
stuff
Like,
already. But let's start with the battle pass. How about that? Let's start with OG pass first. Just quickly get that out of the way. I'm loving it. This is what OG pass should be.
bro said McDonald's.
What? Oh. Yeah.
Bro said
Yeah,
McDonald's.
I understand now. I understand.
Took you a minute there, huh?
Yep. What do you think, JJ? I'm loving it.
Hold on. I'm trying to like. Do you have an image of the full thing?
Not the full thing, but there was the one. I have the game updated, so I'm looking in the. I'm just going through the battle.
Did they
pass.
put it in a blog post?
No, but this was like something that we knew the other day because the assets for the images were leaked. So I don't know.
I know, but I'm trying to find them again so I can analyze them further. Where is that? Why was there so much information? Here it is. I found it. Okay, we're good. Okay. So, Visitor.
Let's start with Omega.
I guess.
Or Omega's the first one. So,
No?
Omega's
is
tier
Omega?
1.
Okay. Omega. Cool. I like it.
Yes.
I was always a
figured you
fan
would.
of Omega, and I loved Omega Knight. So the fact that I'm getting another Omega that looks closer to the original is just awesome.
With different color lights, by the way. Just like classic Omega, which is cool.
Yes. I love the white and silver, too. Like, that looks
Yeah.
awesome to me.
That reminds me of the Xbox skin, Eon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I like this. I like this a lot. Not the biggest fan of the
Definitely.
pickaxe, really big spear thing, but like, this is the type of stuff I want, and the skins I want. Big skins that people like, not some random item shop skin. These are the skins people are wanting. And that's one reason why I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
Next skin, Technique. Another Technique. I had one from Season X. It's okay, nothing crazy. Anything you want to talk about?
This is like your sweat skin, you know, more of a default. I like the color scheme, but other than that, not really my type of thing.
Yeah. Then finally, The Visitor, Reality Unknown, from Beyond the Unknown, one of the 7 part of the 7 set. Unlockable styles, I'm assuming that's going to be Mask, and then the second style.
The stealth armor, right?
Yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah. He looks cool. This is definitely the better version of the Visitor. I think because he was the first of the 7 to get revealed, it was kind of like he got dealt a bad hand because he's a really cool character, but because he was the first design, he kind of fell short of all the ones that came after. And so this redesign, I feel like, finally does him justice and kind of like puts him up there with the others as a contender. So definitely really
Another
cool.
thing this does is now this will give a lot more people access to the Visitor, because that was also one of the first secret skins way back in Season 4. Like, a lot of people started in Season 4 after the event happened, because we will be having a live event this season as well, for OG, and a lot of people played before that, so this will give people access to that. And then
This means the only 7 skin I won't have is the Scientist.
I got the Scientist, baby! I also just love the set, the colors-wise. It's not the craziest glider and pickaxe, but, you know, just, I love the color set. And, you know, for someone like me and you that have Foundation and the Origin and everything like that, it's nice. Extra stuff for those skins.
Yeah.
Okay. We also have the Lego Pass. Lego Pass. And on to PR.
Woohoo!
Tim Drake. Okay.
Yep.
That's cool. If you don't know, Tim Drake is Robin. That is the specific version of Robin that we have. That is what Fortnite officially posted, Tim Drake. At least I'm pretty sure. Actually, now let me double check. Fortnite. Because I don't know if it was a leak, crypto. Do you want to talk
I have
about?
no idea.
Oh yeah, Tim Drake. Welcome to the Fortnite party, Tim Drake. So that is the Robin that we have from official Fortnite. That is the version.
Cool. This, just for reference, I am not a huge DC person, so I don't know half of the names of all of the people who have played the same characters. To me, Robin is Robin, and that's Robin.
Well, it's not just different characters. Like, it's not like they're all like part of the family. Like they were all one family. Like Nightwing and Red Hood are different Robins that transitioned. So this Robin,
I just don't know them at all. Like, I know those names, and I can probably picture their costumes, but I'm like, I don't know anything about them.
But yeah, they're very different. Like, they all played Robin, but they're very different Robins. And so I know a little bit of some of them. So yeah, this is cool. The only problem I have is it's really funny that the glider's on the first page and on the second page. The second page is the black and red. The first page is the, like, gold, like, black and green and gold. However, they both have the same item picture. So I was like, oh, cool. Wait, that's not the same color. Like, on the page 1, it has the first set. But it has the black and red image.
Mm-hmm.
That is on page 2, apparently. But yeah. So, Tim Drake.
Anyways, we gotta hurry up.
Yeah. Then we got Storm Beast. Or, no. Haley Sky. Pep Monster. And then you got the Storm Beast Snap. Pretty cool. Cray cray. I love it. I actually really like this set. Just the color-wise.
Yeah.
And then the second style is, purple. Or black and purple instead of white and purple. Then we have a lizard.
Yep.
Chameleon. Ziggy. Bro,
yeah, I don't like it. That one gives me the ick.
Definitely high. Second style is, instead of green, it's blue. Anyway, Synthwave. Synthwave's pretty cool. A lot of these were survey skins, by the way. Like, we got a lot of that one bundle that we were waiting for. Synthwave's cool. Second style, casual. And anything you want to point out with that one?
I mean, I like her. I like this color scheme a lot. Like, the blue and purple is definitely something that I would use. So I do like the skin, but I wish she had a cooler style.
Then we have Kill Switch, who's a dude with a knife.
Yep. He just seems like a very, like, basic, like, here's a superhero skin that they kind of tried to throw out. Like, obviously he's more of the kind of like Batman-esque superhero rather than Superman, but
yeah. The only thing I want to mention is the second set, Eliminator Kill Switch. This reminds me of Omega from X-Defiant, whatever that game is. I don't remember, but there's the one faction at the end that only had one skin instead of 3. It looks just like this.
Bruh.
Anyway, we got Light Rider, who is all rebooty. Like, that's the kind of the set she has, the reboot stuff for the glider and back bling. And then the second style is it's black instead of gray. That's it.
Yup.
Okay.
Disappointing.
I really like the skin, and I really looked. I'm like, did they not put the second style? I really had to find it. And then finally, we got Mist for tier 100, which is a shadow heroine. Some cool wings, and then the second style is
alright. He's honestly too goth for my taste, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. It's like the season 1. Night Rose. It's just like her. Bonus rewards. We got styles. Any style you want to point out?
I'm looking. I had to pull up a video because obviously my game's not updated, so I'm like still looking. Not really, honestly.
And then we are getting bonus rewards on June 17th. Let's do the customary full screen this. JJ, what are the skins that are getting super styles? I think
Kill Switch is one.
So I'm just gonna do the two that I don't think are gonna get it, and I don't think. Actually, I was gonna say not the Chameleon, but I feel like the Chameleon will because meme. I don't think Tim Drake, and I don't think the Beast one, the Storm Beast.
Yeah, I think the tier 100 will, and I think Kill Switch will.
Yep.
I think Reboot Lady will.
Yep.
Obviously Lizards, that's 4. There's always 5, right?
Yep.
That would leave the blue and purple lady.
Yeah. Cool. And then the only other thing to talk about is Superman. So, Superman is supposed to be unlocked July 11th, right?
Yup.
I have him.
Yep, if you buy the battle bundle with like the extra levels and stuff, you get Superman right away.
I thought it was early as in you unlock it a few weeks early. Because I'm leaving for the next 3 weeks.
Nope.
That's why I bought it. I'm leaving for the next 3 weeks. I bought the 25 levels, sue me. Because I'm not going to be here. And I just got Superman. I really thought it was going to be like, unlock it a month earlier. No, it's just, you just straight get it day 1. I don't get any of the cosmetics.
Did you just, what are all of the rewards that you got when you bought Superman?
Superman!
Or when you bought the levels? Well, when in Superman's category, did you get anything else with him, or was it just the skin?
That's it.
Okay, because people on Twitter, when they bought the 25 level pack, they got Superman, and you know what else they got?
What?
They got Superman's cape, which doesn't sound crazy, right? Superman has a cape. Obviously, you'd get Superman's cape. No, Seth, this is the Superman's cape that we got back in Chapter 2 when Superman came out.
So JJ,
the original Superman.
Why would you ask me that when you know I have that? So why would I know if I had that
I know.
Or not?
I was curious if it tried to give it to you again, like solidifying that, yes, this is definitely a glitch. But, like, no, it's like anybody who did not play that and get that item is now getting that cape with Superman.
So the glider or the back bling?
The back bling. As far as I know, it's just the back bling.
Okay, because I just looked and the glider's not there. But if I go to but wait. But it's not locked to the skin, right? You can use it with anyone? Yeah, the back bling you can use with anyone. That's why I was really confused. It's like the exclusive, because I can't use the Calo Cape glider with this new one. Though it should, because they're both... Petition! We did it with Stormbreaker. Come on. New Superman with OG Superman. Come on.
But no, people are getting this cape from... a battle pass that was supposed to be exclusive. Like, this is not supposed to happen.
That's funny. Anyway, JJ, we got 10 minutes and we're going to talk about all the gameplay.
I mean, I can't speak on the gameplay. I haven't done gameplay, so we might as well save that for another time.
There's just a few things I want to mention about the gameplay, though. Like, just some of the mechanics that are coming. I have to explore them a little bit more.
All right, make it quick, because we got to mention this other stuff that's, like, crazy.
What's the other stuff that's crazy? You mentioned that first. I don't know what specifically you're talking about. Maybe we can just...
The Simpsons season?
That's not new, though. I feel like we've known that for months, that The Simpsons was going to be the mini-season
We've
2.
known that The Simpsons were coming, and they were going to be in a pass. We did not know that they were going to be an entire season.
Yeah, no, I saw that like over a month ago, mini season 2. I thought it was like, okay. I don't know why.
Bruh.
I guess we didn't cover it. Yeah, no, I saw that like a month ago, along with a lot of leaks or rumors with like realities, like the 7 coming back for chapter 7.
Oh, those leaks. Yes, okay. I remember seeing those leaks. Nobody credited them. Like, nobody's... Not even the leakers were believing that they were true. But now that we have the superhero season with Superman and all that, though, since that was in that leak, now they're like, okay, so this stuff is probably true. Let's reevaluate this information.
So actually, let's talk with The Simpsons. Let's talk about this before The Simpsons. Father's Day's happening, and we're supposedly supposed to get Bob from Bob's Burger, Hank from King of the Hill, and Cleveland from Family Guy / The Cleveland Show.
Yeah.
We're also supposed to get Saitama this season from One Punch Man. Maybe.
No, the Simpsons season is going to suck. I honestly don't know if I'm going to play Fortnite during that.
We'll have to wait and see. August. I agree. I forget which leaker said it, but this goes for the Star Wars season and any mini season. I don't think the mini seasons are a good idea for collabs. I feel like the mini seasons could be great if there were collabs for summer and Halloween or winter or something. Like if for Halloween we had an entire month where it was all Halloween and the battle pass was collabs though. Like we had Saw, we had all these horror characters in that pass for Halloween. It was a Halloween themed instead of just Saw collab for you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would make sense for 2 mini seasons if they're trying to spread it out, since we don't have OG in there anymore to fill up that month. So I agree.
I don't know. I feel like collab seasons are okay if it's a big enough IP. Like, obviously, Star Wars and Marvel both work because they're big enough that even if you don't like that IP, you know the characters and you're still going to enjoy playing it. Whereas when you get as specific as something like The Simpsons, yes, The Simpsons is a big IP, quote unquote, but it's also, it's a tasteful IP, so you have to be into The Simpsons to enjoy The Simpsons. And so, if I'm not somebody who watches The Simpsons, or if I'm somebody who just doesn't like the humor, then seeing The Simpsons is coming and taking over for an entire month, I'm gonna be like, why? Why are you doing this?
I don't know. Other than the Jawa blaster and the marksman rifle, there wasn't really anything about the Star Wars season that I cared about at all. I'm more excited about The Simpsons just because I feel like we can get something really stupid like Peter Griffin again.
Bruh.
So, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see that what's gonna be coming with that. That's gonna be very interesting. Was that the big thing, or is there anything else?
That was the big thing. I also wanted to quickly mention Core is getting another skin randomly. She's back.
Yeah. Yep. That's crazy.
And she's IO, so let's keep that in mind. She's an IO agent.
So 7 IO confirmed? Question mark? Let's go. W.
Yeah.
So there's actually,
which I'm totally buying that skin. It looks awesome.
Okay. Did you what?
Go ahead.
Okay. So chapter 6 season 3 update notes. They actually have it in here as well in the news tab, which is cool. So we got hero rank, we got boons, we also got some new items. So the big thing I want to talk about is the hero rank, which is really interesting. So the way the hero rank works is if you get kills, if you survive storm circles, if you do different things, you will increase your rank and you can open new chests. So you start at C, you can open C chests. But if you do enough and you get up to A, you get A chests, and they have better loot with some extra items. Up to S, which will then upgrade your boons, which are kind of like augments. Boons, I mean, we had boons as well, but the way I've been seeing them, they're almost like augments. You don't choose them, but you get some. Like, you just get handed out some of them, and they get upgraded. And let me tell you, you also get 100 HP. In BR, I think. I've been playing Team Rumble when I got S rank. So I think you get, like, 200 HP and 100 shield. Plus, you get Siphon. Like, you get, like, all these abilities, plus you scan. It has been insane, some of the games I've been playing, when everyone gets to S rank. And when you kill them, it shows their rank. So if you're fighting someone, they haven't been doing well, and they're still B rank and you're S, it will show B rank, which is kind of cool. And this is every match. It resets every match. You start at C, and every match you try to get up to S. So that's really cool. We got a whole bunch of boons and just a whole bunch of upgrades. We'll talk about them as we play, and I actually experience all the upgrades as well. The only other thing I really want to mention is the kill switch revolvers. Did you see this? I sent you a clip of it. I sent you a clip of it, and I'm really mad about it. I did not look like it was gonna be really cool. Did not look like it was cool.
Yeah.
And then I just fell flat straight up on my face. So the kill switch, pretty much, they're really good, by the way. I actually use them in Team Rumble, and like they do a lot of damage, like 40 damage. I think it was a blue or purple, up to like 70 damage headshots. It shoots 2 shimes, 1 from each. And then when you ADS, you can kind of dodge midair, and it slow-mos it. And I fought people when we both did it, so we were both floating in the sky, looking at each other, shooting each other with the revolvers. So that's gonna be really interesting. But that's just a really interesting one. It's fun. I don't know.
Yep.
However, when there's gonna be like a whole team of people shooting at each other with the revolvers and everyone's going slow-mo, it's gonna be so stupid. Hyper burst pistol, really fast burst pistol. Spire rifle. Did you see this one?
I did not.
So the Spire rifle is an LMG. JJ, it's like an AR with 50 rounds. It's like a 50 round AR.
Yeah.
It's really good, and it does solid damage, but it's Spire, so it's kind of like the sideways visually, which is really cool. Tracker visor, it's infinite scan. It's just infinite scan. There's a cooldown, but infinite scans. We got a DMR, nothing too crazy, but and then base boost, which is like a new mobility item that you can like launch yourself up, or you shoot a base boost in front of you, and you explode everything in front of you. Yeah,
like the guitar item that was supposed to come out in Chapter 3.
Oh yeah, yep. But yeah, so some interesting stuff. I'm excited kinda to see what goes on. Reminds me a lot of like the original, like the POIs remind me a lot of Stark Industries, which is really cool, especially with the chest and doing everything. We are back to normal guns, so we got the Sentinel pump. The Outlaw's back. The Outlaw sucks. Literally jumped in their face and barely did any damage. Like, it sucks. So it's just gonna be Sentinel pump, which I'm not a huge fan of, because I was really hoping for like a normal-ish pump. Like OG pump or something. I know, not OG pump, but like...
How dare you assume that we're gonna get something good?
I don't know. After we lost everything, I thought they might switch it up crazily and switch it up again. I didn't expect we were going to go back to Outlaw and freaking twin fire shotgun. Anything else that you saw gameplay? Did you see the umbrella?
I did see the umbrella. I like it.
Looks
Not
cool.
my favorite in the world, but I like it.
So we have 2 minutes left. There's one thing I want to talk about with competitive, and there's a valid reason why I'm bringing it up. So there's not a lot of tournaments, right? There's not a lot of tournaments this season. And do you know why that sucks? What just happened? About the event. What real world happened over here in America around this time of year? Around the end of May, beginning of June.
People graduated.
And summer break.
Mm-hmm.
In years past, a lot of, like, summer was crazy because all the kids are home and they're able to play the tournaments throughout the week. And then they gave them nothing. Like, that's kind of, like, not even the fun ones. Like, there's just very little tournaments for a lot of people that were going to be, like, able to play a little bit more because they're done with school or they have a summer break from their job or something. And they gave them nothing for the summer season, which just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I didn't even think of that. Like, I saw somebody saying that, and that kind of sucks here. And it's like, what about the kids? I'm like, that's right. There's a lot of kids that were going to be hopping on and grinding this month, and now they can't. Well, I mean, they can. There's just nothing to grind for, which does suck. But yeah, there's plenty more gameplay and stuff to talk about, but we got 30 seconds. I'm Dr. Zombrain. Who are you?
I'm Junior Wolf.
Join our Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and Discord at NerdRant Podcast. We got a Linktree. Come subscribe.
Make sure to come back so that you hear all of the fun stuff, because we'll miss you and we'll cry ourselves to sleep. Okay, bye.
That sucks. By the way, guys, I'll be gone for 3 weeks, so bye.